Hey, Prime Lindy leadership team, Dave Savage here, and I am doing a quick interview with Ryan Kiefer in your Cincinnati market. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, how's it going, Dave?
It's going good. So I have interviewed Ryan a number of times as a producing branch manager who uses Mortgage Coach, and we've talked about, how is he helping his branch and other loan officers, leverage Mortgage Coach more. What we want to do right now is Ryan, just let's talk about the mobile scorecard that you have.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? How are you leveraging it? And then let's see if you have any stories or strategies that might help other branch managers.
Yeah, no, great question, Dave. Really started using it. I think, was it maybe a year ago or so that the sales rally, you had launched that or announced it. We sort of dug in and started using it. And what a great tool. It's part of the mobile app, on your phone. We're able to go in, if you have more than one branch, as a manager, you can actually toggle back and forth between the various branches that you have. And it gives you an idea of, who's using the app, both from the standpoint of doing TCA reports for clients and then also, reports for the partners. So, open house flyers, that sort of thing. In the third column will give you an idea of how many views they're getting. So, what's helpful there is I have one loan officer in particular who's done a ton of TCAs, but he doesn't have that many views. It's less than one per TCA on average. So I asked him about it and said, hey, I get the sense that you're sending out some PDFs on this stuff. You're not probably doing videos. You're not doing interactive TCAs. He said, yeah, absolutely. You got me. So, a little bit of a coaching opportunity there, if you will, for him to, or challenge him to start doing more videos and then sending out the interactive presentations that way.
Love it. Hey, could you pull up the app? I just want to make sure, any branch manager, you have this
Absolutely.
on your mobile app.
So
check it out.
It's
a leaderboard. And we recently upgraded it so that even if you have more than 10 loan officers in your branch, it'll show them all. So regionals, if you log in, it'll show you the leaderboard real time. It's updated every day. You can see how many loan officers, who your top loan officers are, how many total cost analysis, how many alerts. You can see what percentage of them have downloaded the Rate Watch app. So again, just helping you provide more leadership and management. So
absolutely.
When I teach managers how to use it, I say, half the battle of leadership is just reminding people, being an accountability leader, because most loan officers want to do better. They want to deliver a better experience, but they forget. Can you think of any examples of where the mobile scorecard has leveled up a loan officer or helped you serve any of your team?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, if it's measured, it will improve, most of the time, right? And they want to do the right thing. And, as loan officers, you have so many things coming at you. So sometimes it's easy to forget. So, funny story, a couple months ago, I sent out the screenshots, took screenshots on the mobile app, emailed them out to my team, just sort of challenged everybody, hey, here's where we're at. Here's who's using the application the most, da-da-da. So, one of my top guys, emailed back right away and said, rubbish, these numbers can't be right. I certainly use the app more than this. And so I said, well, do me a favor. Let's log into your Mortgage Coach and let's see, in the Edge, how many you've done. And sure enough, of course, the rest of the story, the number matched up identically with, what he had in there in terms of number of clients and what the scorecard was saying. So, challenged him to use the app more often, which he has done. And he sort of reminded me of something that I haven't done as much as I should have lately. Shame on me. And that, he's getting some, sort of plain vanilla 30-year fixed clients lately wanting to put down 20%, deals where we have to compete the most, right? You got to cut margin, price, et cetera. So he's gone back to these clients and said, hey, maybe instead of putting down 20%, maybe you just do 10% down and do lender paid MI or finance in a single premium. And let's look at what you could do with that other 10% available in terms of, saving it, at a 6, 7, 8%, rate of return. Financial planners love this, of course, but, let's look at what that does to your net worth. You're preserving liquidity and safety and rate of return, tax deductions, the whole 9 yards. And it's a different conversation. So he admits that while a lot of these clients might not go with the 20% or the 10% down, they'll still do the 20% down that they came to him wanting. He's finding that he's winning a lot more of these clients, even at maybe a slightly higher rate or closing cost, because he took the time to give the advice and not just the price. He didn't just say, hey, here's my 0.30-year fixed, here's my closing costs, and then hope for the best. It's changing the game.
So I want everybody to connect a few dots on a few things. So one, he's one of your top producers.
Yep.
So when you
top producer.
Okay, so he's your top producer, and when you sent out the leaderboard showing who's done the most TCAs,
Yep.
he didn't like it. He was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, because he wasn't the top producer there. He was middle of the pack.
Yeah, yeah. So again, that's the way we design this is to help loan officers compete, and competitive people want to win. They want to win at most loans, most volume, most profits, and if they do believe in total cost analysis as a success criteria, they want to win at that. So make sure. And Ryan, you may or may not have noticed this, but you don't need to do a screenshot of it. At the top of the scorecard, there's a little box with an arrow pointing up. Mm-hmm. If you click that box, you can either text it, email it, or copy it to your clipboard. So nice. when you forward it, I recommend that you we create. I mean, the whole vision is to be able to, as a manager, know what your team is doing. Sure. To be able to quickly email or text it as a leaderboard, so that everybody is in the know, and who's on top is rewarded, who's on the bottom isn't. And by the way, it also lets you look not only by all-time TCAs for the month. So for example, a lot of mortgage coach leaders right now are really pushing annual reviews. Like, hey, it's a great time to be doing annual reviews. Yep. I have managers that are sending out that report daily, although our recommendation is weekly. Every week. Yep. And by the way, what are your thoughts, Ryan? How often do you think you should be forwarding that to your team just to keep it top of mind?
I'm only doing it, maybe on a quarterly basis, and I could probably do it more right now. I think, almost monthly as part of the monthly results. Hey, here's a leaderboard over here in terms of top applications and top fundings. Here's a leaderboard over here in terms of mortgage coach and TCAs. Yes, so-and-so is still in the lead all time, but take a look at the monthly numbers. So-and-so is catching up, look out, that kind of thing. Or even, hey, so-and-so has done this many TCAs. Do you think there's a correlation there with the amount of production they're doing? Because, of course, as we both know, there typically is.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I recommend at a minimum monthly, so that there's, a monthly awareness. And I also do believe in certain branches, especially when you're trying to drive adoption, weekly is the right amount. Right now we're trying to drive annual reviews, so we're doing things a little more often than that. And if you're going to do it more often, I think it needs to be relevant. Like, I'm forwarding this out because of some special reason. So first of all, thanks for being a great leader within Prime with Mortgage Coach. This is great leadership. If you're a branch manager and you don't know how to use the mobile scorecard, I'll try to put some links below that further answer what is the mobile scorecard. But every Prime branch manager, regional leader, you should be able to log in and see real time how many reports the people that report to you have done monthly and year to date. And you can also see what percentage of them have logged in and are using RateWatch. So thanks, Ryan. I appreciate you taking time to share this for everybody. All right, take care, brother.